University Falcons.
As the Falcons take the field, we welcome you to another beautiful afternoon of Fitchburg State football here on FATV. I am John Gugerty, joined as always by Joe Tredello. And Joe, the Falcons are coming off a very impressive victory against Curry College.
Yes, they played well in every phase of the game. We were talking about that last week as they started off giving up a touchdown to Curry. That was about the only score Curry got, and Falcon defense came up big in that rest of the game. Except towards the end, they gave up another drive, but the enemy came up big on defense, intercepted the ball in the end zone, and a big thing in the game was Brian McDonald's punting that kept Curry pinned back inside their 10, I believe, 3 times.
The kicking of Brian McDonald, the throwing of Christian Lopez, the running of Stephon Teague all played a big part, and they will have to play a big part again today as the Falcons take on the Seahawks of Salve, Regina.
Right, and they are undefeated. They're 2-0. They have yet to play a conference game, but they are in the Boyd division. We're in the Bogan division. But the Falcons will have to play a game as they did last week after the first quarter.
Certainly for the local fans who watch both of the football teams here in Fitchburg, we're hoping for a better afternoon from the Falcons than we saw from the Fitchburg Red Raiders last night.
Well, we got to hope so.
That was a difficult one to watch. We're hoping this one's going to be at least a little better for you. We are live here on FATV, and if there's anyone at home who knows someone out of the area, maybe a Salve Regina fan who'd like to check out online, you can go to fitchburgfalcons.com. There will be live streaming available.
And I do want to say that it is a fantastic football day. The sun is shining. Unlike last week where we were worried about rain and actually got rain a couple of times, a beautiful day, a great day to sit in the stands in the sun, and you can't ask for a better football game day.
It is a beautiful day here. There's white cumulus clouds, bright blue sky. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's still time, come on down to Elliott Field. Good seats still available if you don't want to watch on TV, and if you do, Joe and I are going to keep you company for the next few hours.
Yep.
Representing the Falcons, number 11, Christian Lopez, number 23.
As the Falcons come out to midfield, we notice on the far right there, number 55, Bob Booth, suffered an injury last week. He will not play for the Falcon defense this week. He will be replaced on the defensive line by Tony Lewis.
Yeah, and that might be a key thing for the Falcons defense because he did play a great game last week.
Salve Regina has won the toss, indicated that they will receive the opening kickoff. So as the Seahawks indicate that they wish to receive the opening kickoff, we will see the Falcon defense on the field first. Let's take a look at the starters for the Fitchburg State defense.
Eric Anastasio, Topsfield, Mass, kicker.
Jesus Moore, Lawrence, Mass, defensive end.
James Broad, Attleboro, Mass, D-line.
Tony Lewis, Medford, Mass, D-line.
Joe Sasso, Melrose, Massachusetts, outside linebacker.
Liza Torres, Bronx, New York, safety.
Tyree Osby, Fitchburg, Mass, safety.
James Mullen, Worcester, Mass, defensive end.
Teron Seaforth, Lynn, Massachusetts, cornerback.
Tevin Bienemy, Swansea, Mass, cornerback.
Lee Barksdale, Hudson, New York, middle linebacker.
We saw in the video Bob Booth. Unfortunately, he will not be in the lineup. It will be Tony Lewis once again for the Falcons. Let's turn things over to the public address announcer for the national anthem.
Honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
A quick word while we have a moment about Tony Lewis. He's a junior defensive lineman, goes 6 foot 250 out of Medford, Mass. Certainly some big shoes for him to fill on the Falcon defensive line, Joe.
Yeah, Booth played a great game last week. He did get injured, I believe, in the fourth period is when he came out.
Late in the third, actually,
Late in the third,
I think it was.
And so he'll have a lot to do. But I did want to mention that Christian Lopez, the quarterback, was the honorary captain of the game captain. They pick one every week, and that's why you saw 4 players out there at the coin toss.
The other Falcon captains, of course, Stefan Teague, Bob Booth, and Jesus Moore representing the defense. Salve, as we said, won the kick. They chose to receive. They will go left to right. The Falcons will be kicking right to left. Eric Anastasio doing the kicking for Fitchburg, excuse me. Back deep to return for Salve Regina. Looks like that's Phil Terrio and Dan Bonacore. And we are just about set for kickoff on what really is a beautiful day here at Elliott Field. If you're in the area, come on down, and if you're not, get comfy. It's going to be a good game.
Anastasio to kick it away for Fitchburg.
Anastasio's kick is away. It's a high end-over-end kick, sailing into the end zone, taken there by Terrio. He's across the 10 to the 15 and tripped up at the 21-yard line. Flag comes in late, so right away we're going to hear from our referees.
There is a flag down.
I don't think I've ever seen a flag go that high in the air.
It was a good toss.
It
Came
sure
in from the
was.
side, Judge. Must have flown, what, 10, 15 yards in the air?
Yeah, that thing was, I thought it was an airplane.
Salve, block in the back. First.
Block in the back is called. That will back the Seahawks up.
I think he pointed in the wrong direction. I think he pointed towards the Falcons, but it is against the Seahawks.
So although the return got out to the 21, the Seahawks will take over 1st and 10 at about their own 12-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Stephen Wilkin. To his right is Richie Edwards. Wilkin takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, throws, passes complete. Out to the 15, still on his feet, breaking tackles across the 20, and finally brought down at the 23 is Patrick Keenan, the Seahawk tight end.
Okay, and here you see there's a fake handoff. Now he's going to pass it out to the right flat here. And I want to say the Fitchburg defender right here, he misses him. That's number 28. But if you keep watching, he'll actually
back to
come
live
back
action.
on the
It's a
play.
handoff up the middle. And brought down at the 25-yard line. Sorry about that, Joe.
I know, that's what happens. That was 28 that I was talking about, that he didn't give up on the play, even though he missed the initial tackle, is what I wanted to say on that.
The Seahawks are going to go mostly with a muddle huddle or even a no huddle offense. It's already tripped up our camera crew. Tripped up me, too. Wilkin from the shotgun once again. Handoff goes to the left side this time. Across the 30, ball goes out, but I believe falling on it once again was Bonacore.
Here you see the replay, there's a handoff, and he's coming down the left side. And let's see if we can see the ball come out. Boy, there's a nice collision. I actually didn't see the ball come out, but either way, Salve Regina got it back.
Good strong hit by Elijah Torres brought down Bonacore. 3rd and about 1 for the Seahawks. They will go shotgun once again. Pass to the near side is caught. Across the 35, good for a first down. That's Richie Edwards. And the cowbells ring.
And again, and here's a replay off to the right. There's a catch, and as the Seahawks pick up the first down, but remember we said that last week that was a big concern with the Falcons, keeping the opponent at a 3rd down, forcing them to punt.
Motion to the near side comes Zion Ruffin. Play action. Wilkin is wrapped up in the backfield. He is down. Looked for a second like he was going to get away, but he did not. Sack made by Eric Miles, former Fitchburg High standout.
Actually, here it is again, and you'll see Miles come and grab him, and he actually would have been better off to go down right here, as he loses about 3 more yards as he tries to keep his balance.
I was really surprised that the referees didn't just mark him down. For a second, it looked like Wilkin was going to get away. Second down and about 24 now. Handoff goes to Edwards up the middle. Not much there. Gain of about, call it 5.
Yep, Torres with a tackle there. And here you see it. You see number 8, Torres, come in and get him after he gets a couple of yards right about here.
So all in all, it is a good gain for Edwards, but still it brings up 3rd and 18 for the Seahawks. They're at their 30. They need to get to the 48-yard line. Wilkin will go shotgun once again, back to pass, looking to his left, nothing there, and Jesus, no, he gets loose. Throws to the right, pass is complete to Edwards, breaks a tackle at the 35 and brought down at the 40. Excellent, excellent evasiveness by Stephen Wilkin. A gain of about 12, but it is not good enough for a first down, Joe.
And here you see it, and it looks like, as you said, he's going to be taken down here by the Falcons, and he just somehow gets away from the defender. Nice play there by Edwards. And Fitchburg able to hold him on 3rd down, but what an effort by Edwards.
An excellent play for the Seahawks, just wasn't quite enough. Luis Cruz will set up deep to return the punt. Kick is away, high, spiraling. Fair catch called for and made at the 16-yard line. So with 11 and a half minutes to go in the first quarter, the Falcons will take over 1st and 10 from about their own 17. Excuse me.
And I have to correct myself. I said that was Edwards, the quarterback. It's Wilkin.
And as the Falcons come out, they will be led by Christian Lopez. And as you look at the stats, Joe, I really think, actually, let's take a look at the Fitchburg State offense.
Stephon Teague, Fitchburg, Mass, running back.
Christian Lopez, Bronx, New York, quarterback.
Jermaine Patterson, Lynn Mass, fullback.
Brian Wallace, Air Mass, wide receiver.
Dan Justina, Gardner, Mass, offensive guard.
Junior Lou Saint, Queens Village, New York, fullback.
Walter Cruz Merrick, Ashby, Mass, North Middlesex Regional High School, O-line.
Jameson DeGeronimo, Fitchburg, Mass, O-line.
Pat Johnson, Situate, Mass, O-line.
Ryan McDonald, Hebron Academy. I play quarterback. Brendan Cohen, Westbrook, Connecticut, left tackle.
Ty Spencer, Foxborough, Mass, wide receiver.
Back to live action now. It's a
Fitchburg,
handoff
Mass,
up along
safety.
the right side to Stephon Teague. Gain of about 8 yards on that. And as we were saying, Joe, the offense led by Christian Lopez. As you look at the statistics, I really think they're not that friendly to Lopez. He's 17 of 47 passing on the season, less than 40% completion rate, but I really think he played an excellent game last week. Motion to the near side comes Ty Spencer. Handoff up the middle to Stephon Teague. He's got a big hole. He's across the 40. Open field in front of him. Midfield 45-40. And still on his feet. Finally knocked out of bounds. Deep into Salve Regina territory. A huge run for Stephon Teague.
And he got a nice block there by Spencer, as you'll see him come through the right side and break it up the middle. And then number 9, Spencer, gives him a little extra yardage here, but what a run by Teague.
Give him 53 yards, and he earned every bit of it. Stumbling and finally pushed out of bounds. 1st and 10 Falcons at the 23 of Salve Regina. Lopez will go from the shotgun, handoff to Teague up the middle. This time he's hit right at the line of scrimmage, gains about half a yard.
I did want to pick up on what you said. Yeah, I agree that the stats don't justify how Lopez has played, at least when we saw him last week. And the other thing is Teague, we mentioned this last week, is he is a hard runner to bring down.
We saw it on that first play.
2nd and 10.
Give Teague no gain on that one, so 2nd down and 10 for the Falcons at the Salve Regina 24. Lopez will go under center this time. He has Teague in the backfield. Handoff goes to Teague running to the right. He's got a big hole across the 20, brought down at about the 17. So a gain of about 7 yards for Stephon Teague, and we'll take a look at the replay.
You see number 24 clears away for him there. Nice job by the Fitchburg State offensive line.
Not a very generous spot. I thought Teague picked up about 7.5 yards. They only give him 6, so it's 3rd down and about 4 for the Falcons with about 9 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Hey, you don't have a towel?
Falcons will come out in a broken eye formation. Anthony Paternoster is the fullback. Handoff goes to Teague, running up the middle, not much there. Hit just behind the line of scrimmage.
Initial hit was made by Sweeney. As you'll see it here as Teague gets the ball, number 4, gets him right here, slows him down and allows the defense to come and bring Teague down.
Excellent penetration there, by the strong safety Gregory Sweeney. Sweeney, a senior out of Fairfield, Connecticut. And the Falcons will attempt what is about a 35-yard field goal. Anastasio will kick out of a hold from Tyler Greathead. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is no good. Wide to the left. So the Falcons miss a field goal after a Salve punt. Halfway through the first period here at Elliott Field, there is no score.
Yeah, it looked like a good drive there that happened to stall at the end, but Fitchburg able to move the ball at least. Great running again by Teague.
There was the one big play from Stefan Teague, but there wasn't the consistency that we saw out of the Falcons last week. They were hit at the line of scrimmage quite a lot.
Yep, so let's see what the defense does once again here.
Salve comes out, 2 men in the backfield. Snap, handoff goes to Edwards, running along the right side. He gets out to about the 24, maybe the 25. Give him about 3 yards, so it will be 2nd and 7.
Here you see the handoff to Edwards, and nice hole there for him to go through. Finally brought down there by the Fitchburg defender. That's number 42, Alex Alcala.
Not often you see a running back wearing number 10. Pass out to the left side is complete. Big hole in front of him. Across the 35, still on his feet. Breaking tackles at the 40 and finally brought down at the 45 is Dan Bonacore, number 20.
Nice run there, and here we'll see it once again. The pass out to the left flat. Once he gets the ball, and it looks like they're going to drive him out of bounds here, and he's able to stay in and then cut it back towards midfield and get about 5 more yards. Nice run there by Bonacore.
Great running by Bonacore after the reception. He gets the carry here on 1st and 10. He's across midfield and finally brought down at the Falcon 48.
And
boy, these Salve fans here on the near sideline, they have these cowbells.
Yep, they sure do, and they have a reason to ring them right now.
They're ringing them after just about every play.
Yeah, even on defense they were ringing them, but we do have a flag, so it's going to come back. So this will negate a nice run.
So rather than 2nd and 3, it will be 1st and about 16 for the Seahawks, backed up now at their own 38-yard line. Wilkin will go from the shotgun, pumps to his right, now rolling to his left, throws, pass is complete, right at the far sideline and brought down. Looks like that's 89 Pat Keenan, on the reception.
And here we see the replay. Looks right. Then rolls to his left and makes the pass to the left. And finally driven out of bounds. I'm not sure what that penalty was before. Were you, John? Did you see?
I think it was a bit of downfield holding. 2nd and 11, handoff goes to Richie Edwards. He gains about a yard back to the initial line of scrimmage where the Seahawks will face 3rd and 10. Getting back to that penalty real quick, Joe, I believe it was a hold not at the line of scrimmage but further downfield, so they assess that from the spot of the foul.
Right. I just never saw the signal from the referee. We go with another big 3rd down.
Wilkin takes the shotgun snap. He's back to pass. Under pressure once again, rolling to his right. He will keep it himself. He's across the 45 to midfield. He's got a 1st down in Falcon territory and finally brought down at the 40-yard line. Looked like it was Seaforth and Mullen leading the hit. Take a look at the replay.
Yeah, and here's Wilkin. He drops back, looks for a receiver, almost brought down there, gets away, and then just scrambles and makes a nice run down the right side. And he is a big guy. He's about 6 feet, 195.
Back to live action now. Handoff goes to Edwards running to the left. He's got space in front of him, but is brought down after a gain of about 3.
And Salve Regina starting to run through the Fitchburg defense, starting to push that defensive line back.
The penalty backed the Seahawks up, but they were able to convert thanks to a nice run from Wilkin. Second down and 8 now for the Seahawks. They need the Falcon 29. Wilkin will go from the shotgun once again. A lot of motion before the snap, and they do finally throw the flag. Looked like both receivers here on the near sideline got an early jump.
So far, this is the only thing slowing this drive down are Seahawk penalties.
Saw Dan Bonacore and Trey Scales there.
False start, offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second.
So the 5-yard penalty will make it now second down and 13 for Salve Regina. They are at the Falcon, 43-yard line. Wilkin will go from the shotgun. He has Edwards in the backfield behind him.
Let's go, team!
And Edwards gets the handoff. He's across the 40 and hit right there. Gain of about 2 will bring up 3rd and 11.
Yep, Miles on the stop. Here you see the handoff. Goes over the left side, and number 41, Miles in there. Along with number 44, that would be Caporal.
So on 3rd down now, the Seahawks will come out. Edwards in the backfield. 3 receivers to the near side. Looks like that's Bonacore, Scales, and Keenan. Bonacore goes in motion. He'll come back to the near side. Wilkin takes the snap, rolls to his right, pumps, now throws. Pass is caught by Edwards, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Good work there by Alex Alcala.
And that was a screen pass, and you'll see it here, and it looks like the receiver has a little trouble catching it, and I think that slowed him down a little bit. Right there, nice catch actually to keep it as he held it on his shoulder. And the Falcons able to hold on 3rd down.
The penalties gave the Falcon defense an assist. Salve will punt. Good snap, kick is away. Cruz calls fair catch, but he will let this one bounce. And it doesn't go into the end zone. It is downed by the Seahawks at about the Falcons' 7.
Well, as they say, the defense bends, doesn't break, though. And again, though, it was the penalties on the Seahawks that definitely helped the Falcons on that drive.
Good kick there by Benjamin Barrett, the Seahawk punter. That was not an easy place to kick from. Very easy to get a touchback there, but Barrett was able to get the ball down inside the 10-yard line.
Just float up away from the ball.
All right, let's see what the Falcons can do on offense here. They moved it a little bit the last time they had it.
Falcons will come out with Lopez under center. Teague is the single back behind him. Handoff goes to Teague. He's under pressure immediately. Gets across the 10 and is brought down right there. Give him a couple.
Schubert.
Looked like it was Max Schubert, cornerback, leading the hit for Salve.
Fitchburg has yet to throw the ball. Have they thrown it yet?
I don't believe they have.
I don't remember that. Yeah, I don't think they have. Seems like they're going to have to pretty soon if they can't get it out of here.
Second down and 8 for the Falcons. Teague once again the single back behind Lopez. And he gets the handoff again, running to his left. You mentioned, Joe, that the Falcons are going run exclusive, and I think the Seahawks are aware of that.
Right, and I would think this is a pretty obvious passing down. I mean, I don't think they have any choice right now.
Loss of 1 on the carry for Teague. It will be 3rd down and 9 for the Falcons from just inside their own 10-yard line.
Second white.
I guess the coaching staff doesn't agree with us, John, when we said that the statistics don't justify what Lopez did last week.
Steven Vasquez checks in as an extra receiver. He'll set up in the far slot. Teague is in the backfield behind Lopez, who is in the shotgun. And motion and a flag before the snap. So what was a difficult 3rd down now looks to be even more so.
Lined up in the neutral zone, number 65 in the offense. Penalty.
tough to do on offense, isn't it? Boy.
Not a penalty you see that often.
No, usually, I mean, you can play
False
off the
start,
center.
I understand,
Yeah.
but lined up in the neutral zone?
I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Because you can play off the center if you're the guard.
It is 5 yards all the same, so 3rd and 14 now for the Falcons. Lopez will set up on the goal line. Takes the shotgun snap, rolls to his right. Looking to throw, he will keep it himself, ducks out of bounds. Right at the initial line of scrimmage, it looks like gain of about 4.
Yeah, here you see the replay. And he rolls to his right. Really not looking too far downfield, and now he just says, I better run for it, and able to get, as you said, to the original line of scrimmage.
Good decision by Lopez not to force a throw, but it will necessitate a punt from Brian McDonald. High snap, McDonald has it, kick is away. Bounces at about midfield, taken in by Terrio at his 41. He ducks a tackle, he's across midfield into Falcon territory and slams into a defender at about the Falcon 40-yard line. So a good return for Phil Terrio, about 19 yards for him, and Salve will set up 1st and 10 at the Falcon.
We have a flag, I believe, roughing the kicker, John. And we're going to get the ball back.
My goodness. That is huge. I did not see that flag come in.
So, penalties are hurting Salve Regina so far in this first period. I don't know if we're going to have a replay or not. But
yeah, guys in the truck, I did not see that. I don't know if our cameras caught it, but it is roughing the kicker. So the Falcons get an absolutely huge break there. Rather than give it to Salve at the Fitchburg 40, they will keep it 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Falcon offense back on the field. 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
So Fitchburg will go from the shotgun. Looks like Teague and Junior Lewis Saint in the backfield with Lopez. Handoff goes to Teague running up. No, it's a play-action fake, excuse me. Pass is high and overthrown, intended for Ty Spencer.
Very nice fake there by Lopez.
It's an excellent fake.
I actually thought he handed the ball off too, to be honest with you. There you go. There you see it. And now we see the ball in his hands. Very nice. And he just overthrew his receiver, who did not have his defender beaten, by the way.
No, we fell for the fake. Our cameras fell for the fake. But most importantly, I think, Max Schubert did not fall for the fake. He was right on top of Ty Spencer. 2nd down and 10 for the Falcons. They will go from the I formation. Teague behind Lewis Saint gets the handoff this time. He is swarmed right at the line of scrimmage, maybe even a short loss for him. The Falcon offense, Joe, really can't get anything going right now.
Nope, and it seems like Salve Regina is doing a good job of stuffing the run, as you see that happening on this play right here. Other than that one big run by Teague, and he might have had an 8-yarder or something, he hasn't been able to break one too many times.
Vasquez comes in once again. Lewis Saint will head to the sidelines. 3rd down and 10 for the Falcons as we duck under 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. 3 receivers to the near side. Looks like that's Spencer, Burris, and Vasquez. Lopez is under pressure, and he is hit in the backfield. Brought down there by Connor Kelly, senior linebacker out of Milford, Connecticut.
That was a big play, as you see Lopez drop back, and he's dumped, and that almost negates the roughing the kicker penalty to some extent.
Basically, Brian McDonald sets up in his end zone once again.
So it looked like at least they could have converted field position, but I don't believe they're going to do that now.
No, it is about 4th and 25, right where they were before the roughing the kicker penalty. McDonald's kick is away, and this one is clean. Fair catch called for and made at midfield.
So excellent field position for the Seahawks here as they take over just at about the 50-yard line.
Good kick by McDonald, though. He was kicking from about his own goal line, so about a 40-yard punt there.
Yeah, the only bad punt we've seen, knock on wood, is his first punt last week, and after that he really was doing a good job.
Seahawks come out 1st and 10, ball spotted right at midfield. Snap is fumbled but caught by Edwards. Great hands by him, and he's still on his feet. He's across the 40 down to the 30-yard line. Richie Edwards with an incredible heads-up play. Gains about 20 yards for Salve Regina.
Yeah, right. That was a heads-up play as he bounced off quarterback's hands. There you see it. He's looking for it, and the running back, Edwards, just comes and takes it. Makes a nice run as we're back to live action.
Edwards gets the carry running to the near side on the final play of the first quarter. He's across the line of scrimmage and dives forward. Guys, I don't know if we have a chance during the break between quarters to take a look at that play again. That was an amazing run by Richie Edwards.
Yep. Just good awareness, as you said, to concentrate on the ball when he sees his quarterback in trouble, and he just picks it out of the air like that.
So that is the end of the first quarter, and Joe, it's been a defensive struggle. I think the Seahawks have a bit of the upper hand in this one. Neither offense is really sustaining much in terms of matriculating the ball down the field, as an old coach would say.
Right, I agree with you, John, that the Fitchburg offense, as you had said, is having trouble moving the ball. They did it, got down, missed a field goal, but other than that, they have been stuffed on the run. They haven't really tried to pass very often. So, and so defense has bent but not broken, as they say. So we'll have to see as we see the replay. And there you see it bounce off the quarterback's hands. Great play there by Edwards to pick it up and really make a big gain out of something that could have been trouble for the Seahawks.
That could have been disastrous.
Yeah, so what a turnaround on that play.
So they will reverse field. The Seahawks will go from the right to the left. They will have second down and about 9 to go on the Falcon 29.
And then you see Pat Haverty, the coach of the Fitchburg State Falcons, in his second year, I believe, back from...
In his second year back after taking a few years off. It is his 7th season coaching the Fitchburg Falcons.
Now the Falcon defense will be tested here, John, as 2nd and 9 inside the 30.
Seahawks will come back to the line. We've seen almost exclusively, Joe, a shotgun offense from the Seahawks to this point.
And in some ways, this quarterback is almost like the quarterback from last week, able to run or throw the ball.
And Wilkin will go from the shotgun once again. He has Richie Edwards behind him. It's a quick pass to Bonacore. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and driven down.
That's a great job there by Farron Davis to get in the backfield and stop that pass play. Here you see it, and Davis will come right up there and make a nice tackle here, or at least hold him up where he gets some help. Good job by Davis.
That's the 3rd or 4th time, Joe, that the Seahawks have run that quick little screen out to the split end to the man in the slot, and that time Davis was right on top of it.
And now another big 3rd down, 3rd and 12. So let's see if the Falcons, they turned that around last week from their first game, and let's see how they do again right now.
Seahawks will go with 4 receivers. Edwards in the backfield. Wilkin looks to his left, nothing there. He's going to carry it himself. He's across the 30, but hit well short of first down yardage. A number of Falcons leading the offense there.
That was set up by the defense just having good coverage, as we see the quarterback looking for a receiver. He can't find one. He decides to run out of the pocket and finally chase down.
So 4th down and about 8 for the Seahawks, and they will go for what looks to be about a 45-yard field goal.
Boy, I'm surprised.
Well, I saw when I was looking at the stats that Christian Clark attempted a 50-yarder earlier in the year. This one, as we said, is actually from about 46. Bad snap. Kick may have been partially blocked. It is no good.
Yep, the holder had trouble with the snap, and I think that's through the whole kickoff. I don't know if they got a hand on it. I didn't think they did, but maybe. But I think that was going nowhere anyway, just because of the snap.
So a stop for the Falcon defense after the Seahawks had excellent field position. They'll turn it back over to their offense now. 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. 13 and a half minutes to go here in the first half.
So the only 2 scoring drives, one on each team, and both teams unsuccessful with the field goal.
Falcons come out in the I formation. Teague behind Lewis Saint. Both receivers on the far side, and it is a quick pass out to the far side Pass is complete to Jordan Burris. He's hit just behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of about half a yard on the play.
Yep, here you see it, and it'll be out in the left flat, and all he has is about 3 white shirts around him ready to tackle him. So he's got nowhere to go, and a nice job there by number 2 for Salve Regina. That's Ryan Mannion.
Good second effort by Burris to get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll head to the sideline, and Brian Wallace comes in. Lopez under center. He has Spencer to the near side, Wallace on the far, and Teague is the single back behind him. Handoff goes to Stefan Teague running to the right side. He's across the 20 and swarmed at the 23-yard line. Looked like that was Hayden Stanton leading the offensive for the Seahawks, but there was a whole flock of Seahawks there.
Yeah, Fitchburg is having trouble running the ball. He got a nice block at the line, and I couldn't catch the Fitchburg Falcon numbers, 20-something, but that was it. And I think that Fitchburg's going to have to start airing the ball out pretty soon, John, just to keep the defense honest.
They've really only thrown it downfield once, and that was off of play action. I don't think the Seahawks really are showing much respect for the potential of the Falcon downfield offense that may come back to burn them. 3rd down and about 6 for the Falcons. Motion before the snap. We'll see if that's a false start or if maybe the Seahawks induced it.
False start, offense.
So it is a false start. Call it another 5-yard penalty. We'll bring up 3rd and 11 now for the Falcons. They'll be at their 28, and they need to get to the 39.
Falcons 3rd and 10, their own 29.
Vasquez comes in as an extra receiver. He'll set up in the near slot with Ty Spencer. Brian Wallace is set up on the far side. Lopez back to pass, looking to his right. He is hit from behind.
He fumbled the ball, too. He never saw that defender coming. And I believe Salve Regina got the ball.
Lopez had no idea that hit was coming. Take a look at the replay.
And you'll see from his right, the right side of the defense, they come in, they just knock the ball right out of his hand, and that's the blind side. Then 49, I believe, is going to recover it for Salve Regina. It's hard to tell, but I believe that's who got it, and that would be Gregory Goslin.
Great work by Goslin to fall on the ball, and an excellent hit by Brandon Deasy just to make the hit. Handoff goes to Edwards running to the right side. He's still on his feet, breaking tackles inside the 5, and he is in. Touchdown, Salve Regina.
Yep, and the Falcons could have had him before he got in the end zone, but they were unable to bring him down. Nice run there by Edwards.
A 13-yard run for Richie Edwards gives us our first score. Seahawks will attempt the extra point to make this one 7-0. Clark will kick out of a hold from Nick Habosian. Good snap this time. Extra point is up, and it is good. So with 11:27 to play here in the first half, the Seahawks lead this one by a score of 7-0.
Yeah, they had a short field to work with. One play, and boom, they're in the end zone. So that was a very costly fumble for the Falcons. And it looked like Falcons might have had a chance to change field position there if they could have done something on their last drive, but unfortunately they fumbled and made it real easy for the Seahawks.
And I think you can hear the Falcon coaches here on the near sideline admonishing the offensive line. Christian Lopez really had no time to get rid of the ball there.
No, you can't blame him on that. I mean, he basically got the ball and had to run for his life. Again, it was from his blind side, so he never saw it. Didn't even have a chance to put the ball away.
Clark will kick away from right to left. Cruz and Tevin Bienemy set up deep to return for the Falcons. Not much wind here at Elliott Field today, but enough to blow the ball off the tee.
And they're going to get an assist here by number 80. He's going to hold the ball. That would be Jason Piontowski. I had to say that, huh? Had to pick a hard name like that.
I saw that name, and I wasn't going to touch it.
Change this fucking game! Let's go, Bird! Overtime!
Clark's kick is away, high, end over end, taken in the end zone by Bieniemy. He'll bring it out. He's across the 5, dancing away from tacklers across the 10, and finally knocked out of bounds at about the 11-yard line is Tevin Bieniemy.
Not a good decision as he's looks like he might be hurt. Not a good decision to come out of the end zone. There you see him. He's slow to get up, and he still hasn't made it to his feet. No, looks like he injured his right leg.
Does seem to be favoring the right leg, and Bieniemy, as we mentioned, Joe, is also a standout on defense.
Right, he's the one that made the interception in the end zone last week against Curry and saved a touchdown. And he is a starter on defense, besides, a kick returner, so they really can't afford to lose him. Looks like he's putting a little more weight on it than he did when he first got up.
We'll keep an eye on him. Hopefully he'll be fine in time for the next Seahawk possession. Falcon offense will take the field 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line. Lopez will go from the shotgun. He has Stephon Teague behind him. In motion to the far side goes Ty Spencer. Lopez will keep it himself on the designed run, and he is hit in the backfield, brought down at the 10 after a loss of about a yard.
Yep, they didn't fool Salve Regina at all on that. I believe you're right. As we see the replay, I believe it's a design run too. You see the fake handoff, and he looks like he's just going to tuck it away and run off the right side, nowhere to go. They are going to have to stretch this field out eventually, you would think.
Good initial blocking by the Falcon offensive line, but William Regan, the senior captain out of Amesbury, was right there to wrap up Lopez in the backfield. 2nd down and 10 now. Falcons will go broken eye formation. It's a handoff to Teague. He's across the line of scrimmage, dives forward to about the 14, so give him 3 yards there, and it will be 3rd down and 7 for Fitchburg State.
Well, if they can't convert this, as we see the replay, there's a handoff. Teague tries the left side, but really doesn't get much, and 3rd and 8. So Falcons, if they want to change field position, they need to at least pick up 1 first down.
Falcons will bring in the extra wide receiver once again. Steven Vasquez comes in. Junior Lewis Saint heads to the sidelines. Some confusion between the coaches and the Falcon offense. They will take their first time out with 9:57 left to play here in the first half.
Well, we were impressed with the Falcon offense last week, John, but we remember the first game, I think they scored 3 points, was it, against Becker?
Just 3 against Becker, and then 17 last week.
So, and so far today, the offense has really been stymied. They really haven't done much except for that one long run by Teague. I believe that was the only, and he might have had another 8-yard run, but they really haven't done much, and they're going to have to get going if they want to stay in this game. And they can't expect the defense to be giving, to holding Salve Regina when they have a short field all the time.
Now, Salve Regina is definitely the toughest defense I think that the Falcons have faced. They've held their opponents to 14 points week 1 against Union, and then just 7 last week against Montclair State.
But I think the Falcons haven't done anything to test their defense.
Not really.
I mean, they've just tried to run the ball, and they're getting stuffed, and they still continue to say, we're going to try to run it.
3rd down and 7 for the Falcons. They'll come out with Teague, the single back, Lopez under center. He's back to pass, looking to his right, throws. Pass is incomplete, just off the hands of Jordan Burris. So the Falcons go 3 and out, and Brian McDonald will kick it away. And
here you see the replay. Lopez shoots it off to his left, but Falcons unable to haul it in, and it would have been just about at the first down marker. And Salve Regina isn't playing too deep on defense. They're almost daring the Falcons to throw it downfield.
No, he wasn't. It's a DN.
McDonald's kick is away, taken in at the 45. Ducking out of one hit across the 40, still on his feet, still into the Falcon territory and no one in front of him. Touchdown Seahawks. Phil Terrio with a 48-yard return, and Salve is up by 2 scores.
Wow, now we're starting to see Salve flex their muscles here. Nice return there by Terrio.
For a moment, it looked like Terrio was going to be wrapped up right away, but as we see on the replay.
Gets away from the Falcon, number 83, and then he just goes down the right side, and nobody else touches him, I don't believe. They don't even come near him.
An impressive job there by Terrio just to stay in bounds.
So this game has turned around mighty quickly.
Clark's extra point is up, and it is good. So Salve is now on top by a full 2 touchdowns, 14-0, with 9.5 minutes to play here in the first half.
So we went from a 0-0 game to 14-0 in a matter of minutes. I'm not sure when they scored their first touchdown, but now they've gotten a second one pretty quickly after they're scoring their first, and the Falcons find themselves in the whole 14-0 within minutes, and their offense really needs to get on track or at least get some first downs to give the defense a rest, or it's going to be a very long afternoon. It is going to be like last night's game, John.
Well, you can hear the Falcons on the sidelines. It's being picked up by our sideline mics. They're saying, let's go, let's go. It's not over. And as we see here, it looks like Tevin Bieniemy wants to go back out, but he is going to be held back. And Steven Vasquez will be deep to return the kick with Luis Cruz. So good to see Bieniemy healthy enough to go back on the field, but he is being held back, probably just for precautionary reasons.
Probably just for the kick return. Probably out on defense next time the Seahawks get the ball.
Whistles right at the kick.
That was kind of funny. It seemed like it was taking a long time before they kicked the ball. They finally kick and they blew a whistle right away.
I'm not sure. Did the Seahawks signal that they were ready? Was the ready for play given, perhaps?
I don't know. I never heard a whistle like they usually hear the whistle and the ball's ready to, to be kicked. I never heard it, and I don't know if that's why.
I think that's what it was. The officials were indicating that it was an official timeout, the reason for the stoppage, and now they're going to consult with Pat Haverty here on the near sideline.
There you see Coach Haverty with the referee and the.
How are you at reading lips, Joe?
Not good. How about you?
I'm not good myself.
I'm lucky if I can hear, let alone read. And we might mention the coach for Salve Regina, the Seahawks, is Bob Chesney. He's in his 3rd season. As we're waiting again for the kickoff.
I noticed that Bob Chesney Sr. is one of the assistant coaches.
Right. It sounds like the USC, with Lane Giffen and his father being an assistant.
There you go. So we'll get the ball set. Looks like we're ready to kick this one away. And the ubiquitous cowbells go off once again.
Oh, the cowbells are ringing. Is that a Christmas song, John?
Clark to kick it away.
Clark's kick from the 35 is away. High end-over-end kick. Taken in by Cruz right at the goal line. He's across the 15, plows into a defender, and is brought down at about the 20-yard line. Looks like Cruz speared Troy Smith there. Not so much a tackle for Smith as a being in the way.
Falcon offense first.
Okay, let's see if the Falcon offense can get going. I still think they're going to have to
At some point, they're going to have to throw the ball. Absolutely.
Yep. And I think if you watch the defenders for Salve Regina, they're playing up. I mean, almost like saying, go ahead, I dare you to beat me. Or I know you're not going to throw the ball.
Falcons will come out in a single back formation with 2 tight ends. And it's a handoff to Teague running to the right side. Flags go down in the backfield. And Teague is wrapped up in the backfield. Matthew Marchese leading the hit for the Seahawks.
And it's going to be a hold against the Falcons. That's the last thing they need.
Looked like there may have been a face mask on Teague right at the end of that run.
That's what I thought. But it is a hold. But I thought they grabbed his face mask, but they did not throw a flag because the side judge could see it, and he didn't throw his flag.
So they will accept the penalty rather than the play. Call it now first down and 20 for Fitchburg State.
Falcons first and 20 from their own 10.
So the Falcon offense, Joe, is now moving backwards.
Yes.
In motion to the far side goes Ty Spencer. Falcons in the I formation. Handoff to Teague running up the middle. He's hit immediately. Still on his feet. They will finally blow the play dead. And Stephon Teague is not happy.
No, he's sort of giving Zachary Rodriguez, a tough time there. As you see the replay, Teague got the handoff and really doesn't get much. And then he's just driven back and driven back and driven back. And I guess that was 32. I thought it was 82 that he looked at.
Second and 19.
Looks like it's Luis. 32, as you said, is Kevin Hilliard. It also looked like William Regan was the one that Teague was actively yelling at right after the play there. They do give him a gain of a yard, so second down and 19 for the Falcons now. Play action fake. Lopez pass to the right side is complete to Spencer. He's across the 20 to the 25 and brought down at the 28-yard line. So a good gain, about 16 yards there.
Yeah, nice gain there for Spencer.
And that was a very well-executed play, Joe. Take a look at it.
There you go. And here you see Spencer receiving the ball on the right side. Cuts back towards the middle and has a lot of open field and finally grabbed from behind.
Just a play-action fake and then a nice little quick hook here on the near side by Spencer. He was wide open, room to run in front of him after he made that catch. Not quite good enough for a first down, though. Third and a long one for the Falcons. They will go in the I formation, Teague behind Lewis Saint. Handoff goes to Stephon Teague running straight up the middle. He is hit in the backfield, gets back to the line of scrimmage, if that. No gain for him.
Somehow Fitchburg believing the handoff here. Defensive line of Salve Regina, they have stuffed the run all afternoon.
Absolutely no room for Teague to go anywhere there. McDonald will kick it away, and Terrio, who had the touchdown return, is back to get this one. Terrio takes this one in on the run at the 45. He's across the Fitchburg 45 and brought down at the Falcon 41. Return the gain of about 14 yards for him.
Fitchburg was hoping to get a roughing the kicker call again. They did not get it.
Salve has been close a couple of times since the initial penalty. Flag has not come down, though.
Once again, they have a short field to work with.
Falcons on the sideline are saying that's bogus. Bogus. Or something to that effect.
Yeah, it did sound a little differently than bogus.
It was bogus, trust me. On the carry, straight up the middle. Looks like that's Edwards. Good gain for him. Pickup of about 8.
And Edwards, you see, go on the left side, and he gets the ball, and he gets hit, and he just keeps going. He's a load to bring down. He's 5'11", 190.
He doesn't play 190.
No, hard runner.
Gain of 8 for him. Second down and 2 for the Seahawks. Wilkin will keep this one on the option, and he is swarmed.
Good job there by the defense not to be fooled. They didn't go for the handoff. That was led by Boxdale, I believe, as you see the fake handoff. And I believe it's Boxdale, number 12 right there, that comes in and holds him up as the rest of the defense comes in and brings him down finally.
Good work by Barksdale, as you said, Joe, holding him up, letting the other defenders try to get in and strip the ball.
Here's another one of those big third down plays for the Falcons.
Third down and 4 for the Seahawks. They will go shotgun as they have all afternoon. Wilkin back to pass, looking to his right, he throws. Pass is incomplete, just out of the hands of Trey Scales. And if he had made that catch, he would have had a touchdown.
Yeah, and here you see the quarterback drop back, and the receiver is open. He just throws it a little ahead of him, as you see right there, and unable to pick it up. So the Falcons, they have dodged a bullet.
They have not dodged anything yet. The Seahawks are going for it here on 4th down. And, Joe, I like this call. They're kind of in that, you call it the maroon zone, between the 20 and the 40, where you're never quite sure what to do. They will go for it here. Wilkin running to the near side. He's across the 35, cuts back. He is very close to first down yardage. Now he's all the way back at the 40 and brought down. Wilkin knew that he didn't quite have the line to gain, so he ran backwards trying to get it, could not get there, and a flag comes in late.
Wow.
This game has gotten very chippy, very fast here with 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. I think whatever penalties they assess will be after the foul, so the turnover on downs will stand, but we await the official signal.
Yep, I think you're right on that, as the officials are going to talk it over.
We saw 2 separate flags come in after the play. It's entirely possible that these are just offsetting fouls.
Right, could be a wash. Yeah, that's what it is, John. Personal fouls on both sides.
So offsetting personal fouls, the turnover on down stands. The Falcons will take over 1st and 10 at their own 44.
So a good job there by the Falcon defense. Here you'll see the last play, and almost a hold right there too, but the quarterback tries the left side. Falcons can't bring him down. He backs up, goes forward again, goes to his right, and finally the Falcon defense able to swarm over there and get him.
Back to live action now. Falcons come out 1st and 10. Play action fake. Excuse me. Lopez is in trouble. He's going to try to run, but he is hit in the backfield. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, does a good job, as you see the replay here, for him just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as he has a man on him right away. And he gets away, but not for long, as he has 2 white shirts coming after him again, and able to get back to the line of scrimmage, and not much more.
Good work by Lopez to avoid the initial hit by Kenneth McKenna, but there were 3 more Seahawks right there on top of him. Jordan Burris will head to the sidelines. Brian Wallace checks in as an extra receiver. 2nd down and 10 for the Falcons. Teague, the tailback, behind Paternoster, the fullback. Teague gets the carry. Breaking tackles. He's across midfield, still on his feet, and finally brought down at Teague 3, has 13 yards and a Falcon 1st down.
Yep, and here you'll see the replay, and that's led by number 24, leads the way and gets a nice little opening there for Teague as he goes down the left side and able to pick up a Falcon 1st down. And number 24 is Paternoster for the Falcons.
Yeah, 24, Anthony Paternoster, the backup fullback, is in. He is still in as the fullback with Teague behind him. Teague gets the carry, hit immediately, breaking tackles, back to the line of scrimmage, still on his feet. Finally brought down at the 43 after a gain of about a yard.
Yeah, there were about 4 white
flag
shirts.
comes in late.
Here you see the replay, and Teague will get it, again led by the fullback. Nowhere to go, so he bounces it outside, and he's going to be met by about 4 white shirts. And he's still struggling to gain yards. He is a tough runner.
Now let's keep this going as much as we can. The personal foul is indicated against the Seahawks. We didn't see it there, but there was a late hit, and that is a huge penalty. 15 yards and another 1st down for the Falcons.
It's been one of the Falcons' best friends today, the Salve Regina penalties.
1st and 10 Falcons. Ball spotted now at the Salve 28-yard line. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Handoff goes to Feliz, the tailback. He's across the 25 and brought down right there. Gain of about 3 for him.
The ball carrier.
Okay, here you see the replay. There's a handoff up the left side. Nice big hole for the running back to run through. And then again, 4 or 5 white shirts right on him. But not until after he gets a few yards.
2nd down and 7 for the Falcons. Paternoster heads to the sideline. Steven Vasquez is as an extra receiver in the near slot. Play action fake to Feliz. Lopez wants to throw to the right. Nothing there. He'll keep it himself. Still on his feet. He's got space in front of him across the 20, the 15. Still on his feet. Finally out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Gain of about 15 yards for him and a Falcon first down.
Yeah, nice job there by Lopez. He decided to find. Here you see it, and he looks downfield and he feels the rush, and then he bounces it out to the left finally, and nice run when he gets out there. There's nobody near him. And a good job there by Lopez to bring the ball down and go for the run. Almost a block in the back there, too.
1st and goal just inside the 10-yard line for the Falcons. Their biggest scoring chance of the day. They will go I formation. Stefan Teague behind Anthony Paternoster. Teague gets the carry, running to the right side, hits the line, and is brought down after a gain of a couple. So, Joe, we've seen the Falcons at least look to throw the ball downfield as we take a look at this replay here.
The other thing I like they're doing now, I don't think they did in the first period, was they have the fullback leading the play, and they're wiping out a defender to give Teague some room to run, which I don't believe they were doing in the first period.
They've been alternating between the I formation, the strong I, and also a lot of single back. They will go I form here. Paternoster the fullback and Teague the tail. It's a handoff to Teague straight up the middle, and he is hit immediately. Nothing there for him.
Uh-oh,
Ball may have come loose.
Saying they have the ball.
The Cowbells are saying they have the ball too.
But we want to know what the refs say, right? Nope, still
Third
Fitchburg.
down. Third down is the signal, so if it came loose, a Falcon fell on it.
3rd and goal.
I think it would be obviously a big boost here for the Falcons to put something on the board, even if it's just a field goal, just to score. We have our friendly B back again this week.
Friendly B, huh?
Well, he hasn't stung us yet, so I'm assuming he's friendly,
that's
right?
True. Or at least more friendly than he could be.
Yeah, and if he's going to sting somebody, let's hope he can't find me.
3rd down and goal for the Falcons. Play action fake. Lopez rolling to his left. He's at the 10, throws into the end zone. Pass is incomplete, just off the hands of the intended receiver.
Boy, he took a chance on that throw, though, John. He had 3 defenders on him as the receiver's down. You see him running to his left. I thought he was going to take off right here. So it looked like he had some open field. He decides to throw it. And tough throw because, he's off balance there. And we overshot it there, but Fitchburg unable to pick up the ball, but there were 3 white shirts surrounding Patterson, the receiver, Fitchburg, who is down right now.
We will again present the Superfan Kick It Like a Falcon Challenge.
So they finally throw the ball, but kind of a dangerous throw, I thought.
It was a dangerous throw, but right off the hands of Jermaine Patterson. A difficult catch to make.
And really a difficult throw. He was running to his left. He is a right-handed passer, and he really put the ball where he had to put it. I'm really impressed with that throw.
It was a good, strong throw. Certainly surprised me. I thought Lopez was going to try to get that one in.
Yeah, it looked like he had room to run, and I guess he decided his receiver was open. But there were 3 white shirts sitting there.
Good to see Patterson coming off the field under his own power as well. Patterson, the junior tight end out of Lynn, Mass. He goes 6 foot 250. So the Falcons will attempt their 2nd field goal of the day, this one from about 27 yards. Anastasio kicking out of a hold from Greathead. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and this one is no good, wide to the right. So for the 2nd time today, Eric Anastasio misses a field goal.
Yeah, that would have been a nice little boost for the Falcons to put something on the board. Unable to do so, so they still trail 14-0.
And let's see what Salve does here. They do have all 3 of their timeouts, and they know that Fitchburg State will get the ball to begin the second half.
Those 2 for halftime.
When they have time, I'm hoping they kneel on the ball, obviously, but it looks like they're not going to.
You're biased.
Yep, that's what I'm saying, yep.
Handoff goes to Edwards along the near side. He's across the 30 and out to the 35-yard line. Good gain for him, about 16 yards, and it will be a Seahawk first down.
Yeah, and here you see him come up the left side and again, make good yardage. But there is plenty of time. They still have plenty of time to put this in the end zone.
Clock rolls with just under a minute to go. Wilkin from the shotgun. Handoff goes to Edwards up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down by Alcala. Gain of about 2. And it doesn't look like Salve is going to call their timeouts just yet.
Yep, here you see the replay left side, and there Alcala gets him as you're going B. What are you, hunting the bees down?
I'm trying.
You're going to make him so he's a mean one.
Wilkin back to pass now, looks to the near side. Pass is complete. Out of bounds with a first down is number 7, Matt Trainer. Gain of about 10 yards for him.
Here you see just a short pass off to the left. Enough to pick up a first down, though, as there's 30 seconds left, and they're about at just about 48-yard line, almost to midfield.
30 seconds left to play. Seahawks still have all 3 of their timeouts. First and 10 at their own 48. Wilkin has Edwards in the backfield behind him. Back to pass, looking to his left. He throws, pass is incomplete, high over the head of Matt Trainer.
Trainer, the intended receiver. Second and 10.
And here you see the replay. Wilkin will get the ball and shoots it out to his left, just overthrows the receiver a little bit. Was pretty well covered by the Falcons.
Wilkin getting signals from Coach Chesney on the sidelines. The Seahawks face second and 10 here. Handoff to Edwards this time. Not much room in front of him. He is hit maybe after a gain of a yard.
I think that was Tony Lewis that wrapped him up. As you see the replay, here's a handoff by Wilkin. Edwards over the right side, and Falcons bring him down.
Salve does elect to take a timeout. So 21 seconds left to play. They will face a 3rd and 9 from their own 49.
Those famous third down plays that have been tough for the Falcons. The first game, they straightened it out last week, and I'm not sure what the stats are this week, but probably 50% this week, I would think.
Feels about right. I tried to get some live stats going. The site's not working this week. Universe conspiring against me again.
That's a B. That little bee did it.
It's a darn bee. Everything's the bee's fault.
So this will be a big stop for the Falcons. I mean, Salve Regina can still get some points on the board here if they're able to pick up the first down.
And you never know. Falcons get the ball, chuck it into the end zone. Why not?
Well, the interesting thing is how do you play defense here? Do you play so they don't get a touchdown? Would they throw to the end zone or just look for the first down?
Wilkin back to pass, looking to his right. Nothing there. He is under pressure. Now rolls to his left. He's got space in front of him. He's across midfield, out of bounds at the Falcon 42, and that is right at the first down marker. Excellent awareness and running there by Stephen Wilkin. He picks up 10 yards when they needed 9. First down Seahawks.
As we see the replay, and he takes off to his left. And then we have to remember they can kick a long field goal. So, they don't need a lot of yardage here to have a chance to put points on the board. They don't necessarily have to get in the end zone.
We've already seen Salve try a 45-yarder today. They tried a 50-yarder last week. Wilkin will go from the shotgun here. Back to pass, looking to his left. Nothing there. Now rolls to his right. Have to be cognizant of the clock.
We have a flag. I think we're going to have a hold against Salve Regina, which ought to end the quarter.
Pass falls incomplete. I'm not familiar with the runoff rules. If there is a hold, would that be the end of the first half?
Why would that be? I'm not sure why.
I think there may be a 10-second runoff. I'm not sure.
Really? Okay. Even if they take the penalty? Or?
Yes. Perhaps. We'll see.
Okay, definitely a hold against the Seahawks.
They will just take the penalty. There is no time run off the clock. So 4 seconds left to play. Probably enough time for Salve to chuck one into the end zone here.
Yep, either throw it in the end zone or take a knee. I think you got nothing to lose to throw it in the end zone, though.
Yeah, might as well. Hail Mary, maybe try a hook and ladder. Something. They will throw. Wilkin with all the time in the world. He throws deep. Pass is up, it is tipped and falls incomplete, and that will be the end of the first half. Falcons trail this one by a score of 14-0, but really, Joe, it could be a lot worse than that.
Right, again, another penalty is what hurt Salve Regina, and that seems to be what's helped the Falcons the most, is Salve Regina shooting themselves in the foot either on offense with a big penalty or on defense and aiding the Falcons, although the Falcons were not able to score off that, but it aided them from keeping Salve Regina from getting the ball, actually.
Some positive signs from the offense right at the end of the half for the Falcons. They weren't able to get points on the board, but they will get the ball to begin the third quarter. We'll take a break here in the press box. We'll be back to you with the second half action live from Elliott Field. So the Falcons take the field for the second half, Joe, trailing the Seahawks of Salve Regina by a score of 14-0. And I think we're both in agreement about what the Falcons need to do, at least on the offensive side of things, to get some points on the board here in the second half.
Yeah, we both know we feel that they have to throw the ball, do something differently. They really haven't done much. They've only thrown the ball a few times. Again, Salve Regina, as we said, they've had 6 penalties of 61 yards. That seems to be the greatest offensive weapons the Falcons have had.
Another thing that stood out to me, Joe, real quick, is the third down conversions. We've mentioned that a few times throughout. Salve is 3 of 7, but Fitchburg is 0 of 7.
Right, and they need to do something, and that's a reflection of the offense just not moving the ball. Right, they haven't moved the ball. They lost field position in that first half, but they're not airing the ball out at all. I mean, they just seem to want to pound Teague in there, and he can only do so much. The offensive line hasn't been able to open up big holes for him. And when they do open up a hole, it closes right away. He really doesn't make too many yards. He's got 3 shirts on, white shirts on him. So I think the Falcons, as we said, are going to have to start opening things up. They are trailing only 14-0, but talking to other people outside, we thought the score could actually be higher, number one, and we feel like we're sitting on a blowout if the Falcons don't do something pretty soon.
You mentioned Stephon Teague. His numbers are good. 16 carries, a net of 91 yards in the first half, but 53 of those came on, I believe, his very first carry of the game. You put that aside, you're looking at 15 carries for just 38 yards for him.
Yeah, and it's almost like the Falcons are expecting this to happen every play, that he's going to break the big one, and that is not happening, and they're getting stuffed.
Falcons will receive the kick to start the second half. They'll go left to right. Cruz and Bieniemy set deep to return for Fitchburg State.
Well, the good news is Bieniemy's back on the field and returning. Wasn't he the one that got hurt the first period?
Yes, he was. Christian Clark's kick is away, high, end over end. Cruz will take it in at about his 9-yard line. He's across the 20 to the 25, breaks a tackle, and is brought down by a swarm of Seahawks right there at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks are saying they have the ball, and they do. Cruz fumbling the kickoff return, and that is disastrous.
Yeah, I did not see the fumble. I couldn't tell he fumbled it, but wow. Again, another short field as Cruz is hurt and coming off the field on his own at least, but he looks like he's holding his arm as you see the replay here. And we'll see if we can see the fumble here. I didn't see it. Did you, John? Still got the ball there, and I don't know where the ball is there. There it is. Somebody just fell on it, so not a good start for the Falcons.
Cruz favoring his left arm, and that was the arm in which he had the ball.
Yeah, and he does look like he's in pain. Let's hope it isn't broken.
So 1st and 10 for the Seahawks at the Falcon 23, looking to put this one away early in the third quarter. Straight up the middle goes the handoff.
It was behind it.
Looked like that was Richie Edwards on the carry. Edwards was the leading rusher in the first half for Salve, 11 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And actually, the Falcon defense hasn't played that badly, John. They've kept them to 14 points. It could have been a lot worse. Salve Regina seems to have a short field every time they have the ball.
Gain of 2 for Edwards, 2nd and 8 for the Seahawks. Edwards will get it again. He's got blockers in front of him along the near sideline. Hit at about the 18 and brought down inbounds after a gain of about 3.
Here you see the replay. There's a handoff. Goes over to the left. And that's Edwards still carrying the ball. Finally meets a yellow shirt. couple of them, and they finally bring them down out of bounds.
Looked like Eric Miles leading the hit for the Falcon defense. It will be 3rd down and 5 for Salve Regina. Seahawks will go 4 wide receivers. Edwards sets up actually as a 5th receiver. Wilkin is all by himself in the backfield. Motion to the near far side goes Bonacore. Quick pass goes complete to Bonacore. He's at the 15, hit at the 10, spun out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. Well-designed play, gains about 10 yards, and it will be 1st and goal Seahawks.
Here you have the play going to the right, and all bunch of white shirts there to block. And I believe it was number 10 for the Falcons that finally runs them out of bounds. Number 12 maybe, that was Barksdale. But not until he picked up the 1st down, unfortunately.
Ball spotted just inside the 10-yard line. It will be 1st and goal Seahawks there. Bonacore goes in motion to the far side once again. Handoff goes to Edwards running up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He is into the end zone. Touchdown, Salve Regina. Richie Edwards, a 10-yard scamper, his 2nd touchdown of the day. And with 13 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter, the Seahawks are up by 3 scores.
There you see him go right down the middle of the line. Falcons can't stop him there, and he just runs through a tackler here and in the end zone.
Ran right through the Falcon defensive line like it wasn't there. Clark will attempt the extra point. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. So 21-0 Salve Regina. And if it wasn't bad for the Falcons a couple of minutes ago, it's pretty bad now.
Well, the good news is, I guess, is still 13 minutes left, 3rd quarter. Plenty of time. The offense just has to do something, and they can't keep the defense on the field all the time and give the defense a job of stopping them, for 20 yards. I mean, it's just not fair to the defense. So if the offense doesn't get in gear, it is going to be a long afternoon.
As the Falcons come out to return the kick, it looks like Steven Vasquez will join Tevin Bienemy. Luis Cruz is not on the field. I don't even see Cruz on the sideline, Joe. I think he was taken in for immediate treatment. Clark's kick is away, high end-over-end kick. Vasquez will take it at the 5. He's across the 15, ducking tacklers across the 20, still on his feet. He's at the 30, 35, 40. Couple of men to beat, and he is run out of bounds at the 46-yard line, a return of 40 yards for Steven Vasquez.
And as he was running, John, I was thinking that the special teams there, the kick return team has really not done well today, and he just had a great run back there.
Vasquez making a case to be a regular part of the return team, picks up 40 yards on that one. Excellent field position now for Fitchburg State. Falcons will come out, looks like in an I formation. Stefan Teague setting up behind Anthony Paternoster. Teague gets the carry, running straight up the middle. He's hit just beyond the line of scrimmage. A flag comes in late. I think there may have been a face mask. It looked to my eye like Matt Marchese may have reached up and grabbed the face mask. We await the call.
Yep, it's a face mask.
Personal foul indicated.
So tack on 15 yards to a 1-yard run. It will be 1st and 10 Falcons now inside Seahawk territory.
Okay, let's see if we can see the face mask right here. Whoops. There you see it right there as he's going down to the ground.
Oh, yeah, just grabbed up and yanked it.
Again, the penalty, Salve Regina penalty, is the Falcon best friend today.
Falcons will come out with 3 wide receivers. Handoff goes to Teague straight up the middle. He's hit immediately and driven backwards. Give him a loss of about a yard.
Really got to wonder if they just have a 3-play playbook on the Falcons offense. They just have not tried to fool Salve Regina whatsoever. Just seem determined we're going to run it into that line and somehow break through. And thus far it hasn't worked, unfortunately.
It really has not. Second down and about 11. Ball spotted at the Salve 40-yard line. Excuse me. Vasquez goes in motion to the far side. Lopez is in the shotgun with Feliz behind him. Now Spencer goes in motion. He will get the carry. No, Lopez keeps it himself. Excuse me. He's across the 35, brought down at the 33. So a gain of about 7 there brings up a manageable third down for the Falcons.
And here you see it, high snap, fakes the handoff to Spencer. They collide, and the quarterback just takes off, makes a nice run. And the Falcons are back to the one-back backfield, and that was pretty unsuccessful the first half, at least when they put a lead blocker in the backfield. It helped a little, but really surprised they're doing the same thing. Let's see if it works this half.
Wallace in the near slot with Burris split out wide. It's a handoff to Teague on 3rd and 3. He plows into the line, might have gained half a yard. I would think this is 4-down territory for the Falcons, so I don't hate that play call. But
no, but it's a pretty boring offense, to be honest with you, John. It's the same thing over and over and over, and it's not working, and it's not working, and
it's the not working part.
And I don't understand why they're not trying something different. I mean, I can't imagine it can get any worse.
Falcons will go for it on 4th and 3 from the Salve 32. Brian Wallace checks in as a receiver. Lopez takes the shotgun snap, play action fake, and whistles kill the play. Looks like there may have been motion before the snap.
I thought there was on us, so last thing they need.
And with the 5-yard penalty now bringing up 4th and 9, the Falcons will elect to bring in the punt team. Brian McDonald will try to pin the Seahawks deep.
Well, hopefully, if nothing else, they change field position here. And with a good kick, as McDonald did it 3 times last week, let's see what he can do today.
Terrio set up deep to return this one. McDonald gets the kick away. Bounces at the 11 and goes sideways. Good kick out of bounds at about the 12-yard line, where the Seahawks will take over 1st and 10.
Well, the defense has to feel good. They must say, gee, it's a long way to the goal line. This is a different position we're in, so let's see if the defense can hold now and keep field position in Fitchburg State's favor at least. I mean, again, it's 21-0, but it's not out of reach yet.
Only about a 28-yard kick, but it is all net and it's out of bounds right at the 13-yard line. A good punt by Brian McDonald. Wilkin takes the shotgun snap, hands off to Edwards rowing to his left. He comes back to the right. He's got space in front of him. Hits a man at about the 15, plows forward, and he is finally brought down at the 19-yard line after about a 7-yard gain.
Here you see the replay, I think. All right, there's handoff goes to Edwards. He starts to his left, goes to his right. And that's him behind the score, and here he goes down the right side, gets some nice blocking there. Finally meets a Falcon. Says, how do you do?
2nd down and 3 now for the Seahawks. 2 men in the backfield with Wilkin. Play action fake, Wilkin looking to pass. He's looking long, he throws, there is nobody there. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, well covered there by the Falcon, number 5. That's Bieniemy. As we see the replay, he's step for step with him down the right sideline, and the ball goes over both their heads.
Good work by Bieniemy. Pass thrown over the head of Jason Pionkowski. 3rd down and 3 now for the Seahawks. Handoff goes to Edwards running to the left. He's hit immediately. Dives forward. Flags come down. He is close to 1st down yardage, but we'll await the signal on the penalty.
Miles drags him down for Fitchburg. There is a flag down.
Holding is indicated against Salve Regina, so they will replay 3rd down. I think the run was going to be enough for 1st down yardage, but it is negated by the holding call.
Yep, Fitchburg Fitchburg Falcon friend comes out again. Good for him.
Salve penalties have probably given the Falcons more yards than the Falcon offense has.
Yeah, and when they get something going, it's stopped their drive a couple of times. So, I mean, it's been the Falcons' best friend. Salve Regina mistakes.
Third down and about 13 for Salve. Ball spotted just inside their own 10. Scales comes in motion to the near side. Quick pass is complete. Looks like that's Bonacore on the reception. He's across the 15 to the 20, still on his feet. And finally, whistles will kill the play.
Okay, here you see the replay. There's Wilkin dropping back, throws it to his right. Bonacore picks it up there, and blocker in front of him, and is able to go forward. I don't think he quite gets a first down here, but he keeps driving and driving. He's a tough guy to bring down, too. Look at this, 4 or 5 yellow shirts around him.
Well, Bonacore was never brought down. The whistles killed the play, and then after the whistle, he fell forward. And I think if the play had been allowed to continue, he may have gained the first down there. As it is, 4th and 1, Seahawks will kick it away. Snap is fumbled, and the kick is blocked. Alcala is trying to pick it up. The ball is loose in the end zone and fallen on for a touchdown, Falcons.
Well, that's one way to get a touchdown.
Finally fallen on by 49. That's that is not Greg Goslin. That is Tyler Robar, former Fitchburg High standout with his first career Falcon touchdown.
Oh, so low snap. The punter had trouble fielding it, and Fitchburg able to capitalize on that. That's Barrett that couldn't handle it.
Anastasia will attempt the extra point out of a hold from Greathead. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it's good. So halfway through the third quarter, it's a two-score game again. 21-7 Salve Regina.
You don't care how you score as long as you score, and special teams would do it. That's fine with Fitchburg State. I don't know if I'll have a replay, but again, the snap was low. Barrett had a hard time handling it. By the time he got the kickoff, it was blocked, and Fitchburg able to recover it in the end zone.
Barrett does have a very slow cadence almost for a punter. He goes through his motions very slowly, and when he fumbled the snap, he just could not recover in time. Couldn't see who got a hand on that one. It was ultimately fallen on by Tyler Robar.
Right, there were about 3 Falcons in there that could have blocked at any one of those 3. I'm not sure who any of them were, but nonetheless, the Falcons get on the board, and that's what counts. There's still plenty of time left. See if that picks them up a little bit and gets them going.
So the Falcons will kick away. They kick left to right. Back deep to return for Salve Regina. Looks like that's Terrio and Matthew Trainer. First time since the opening kickoff that we've seen the Falcon kicking unit.
Anastasio to kick it away for the Falcons.
Should I say let's not hope it's not the last? Guess it's
the people already know we're
yeah.
biased, so yes. High end over end kick. Terrio backs up into his end zone. He'll bring it out across the 10 to the 15, breaking tackles. He's got space in front of him. Man finally drags him down at about the 35-yard line. Good return there by Phil Terrio.
And I thought it was Felice. I don't know who brought him down. Could you tell it was a 22 or 32?
I could not.
Yeah, Bridgewater is who they gave credit to, so maybe it was 22. I thought I saw 32 come off the field, though, so I don't know. It's tough to see numbers sometimes. We're not quite high enough.
As the Falcon defense takes the field, they do so without Eric Miles. He is here on the near sideline. They're looking at his left ankle. Shotgun snap to the Seahawks. Wilkin will keep it himself. He's across the 35, the 40, still on his feet. Across the 45 and finally brought down. Great running there by Stephen Wilkin, a gain of about 13 yards.
And now we have a little extracurricular activity. Flags are flying, but what a run. Nice run by Wilkin.
This one got chippy quickly. In the middle of the second quarter, there was an altercation between Stefan Teague and I believe it was William Regan. And since then, there's been a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving, and a few personal fouls called.
Yep.
Personal foul is indicated against the Falcons, so they will tack 15 yards on to the end of what was already an impressive run, and the Seahawks will have excellent field position.
The defense doesn't help themselves with that kind of a penalty.
Wilkin brought it to midfield. The penalty brings it to the Falcon 45, where Salve will have 1st and 10.
10, the Falcon 35.
Handoff up the middle. Looks like that's, Kari Halliburton on the carry.
Halliburton, the ball carrier.
But that just blew the defensive line back. As you see the replay here, look, he doesn't meet a yellow shirt until he's 5 yards into the play.
Gain of 4.
Gain of 4 for Halliburton. 2nd down and 6 now for the Seahawks. Halliburton remains in the backfield with Bonacor. Bonacor gets the carry, running to the near side this time. Not much there. Ball comes loose. Looked like the Seahawks may have fallen on it. Fitchburg says they have it. The officials are signaling 3rd down, wind the clock.
Hold on to possession.
Here you see the replay. There's a handoff. Comes over to the left side. Let's see if we can see the fumble here. And that's another problem right there, John, is there's a ball gets loose. Fitchburg unable to bring the ball carrier down. The first time they hit the ball carriers, they are unable to make the tackle. It's happened all day.
Excuse me, Joe. Good work by Alex Alcala just knocking that ball loose. Back to live action now. 3rd down pass falls incomplete right at the feet of the intended receiver. Let's take a look at this replay again.
Okay, and there's the pass. And I think it got hit at the line. I'm not sure who hit it, but it got tipped at the line.
It almost looked like when Wilkin was bringing his hand back, he hit the helmet of Kari Halliburton. Christian Clark is on to attempt a 46-yard field goal. He missed from 45 earlier. It is a fake field goal. Clark will just kick this one away. Probably a wise decision. Ball bounces at the 10. It's going to roll and be downed at the 3. Excellent little pooch punt there by Christian Clark.
Yep, nice play. Now the Falcons have a long way to go, and while we're thinking about that, John, let me mention our crew for today. Travis Falk is on graphics. Tim Doust is doing replays. Scott May, Bill Gates doing cameras. Dave Svens is doing audio, and John Dextrays is directing.
Again, we want to thank the all-volunteer crew of FATV who bring this one to you. A lot of them were here last night for Fitchburg High. We're going to be back here Friday night for another Fitchburg High game. And next Saturday, here at Elliott Field, Maine Maritime. A lot of folks may remember the last time Maine Maritime came to Elliott. It is a noontime kickoff. Maine Maritime against the Falcons next week here at Elliott Field. Stefan Teague is hit almost at the goal line. I think he got back out to the 1. Salve wants a safety, but they won't get it. They do spot Teague at the 1-yard line.
Well, it hasn't worked all day. Why should it work now? Right? I just do not understand this offense, or lack thereof. As you see the handoff, and there's a 56 for Salve Regina. That's Hayden Stanton. He's right on top of Teague before he even gets, basically before he got the ball.
Loss of 2 for Teague, 2nd down and 12. Falcons backed up against their own end zone. Teague gets the carry. He is hit in the backfield. And are they going to spot him outside the end zone once again? Yes, they are. They will say Teague is half a yard outside the end zone.
You know how you said they were going backwards before?
They are going backwards again.
Yeah, and they don't have a lot of room to go backwards with. Wow.
Stefan Teague very lucky. Let's get out. Let's take a look at this replay here.
There's the goal line, and he He got out. He just barely got out.
I don't see how, but
I know. I mean, he's in the end zone there. Wow.
3rd down and 13 from half a yard outside the end zone. They'll hand it off to Teague, try to get something. He is out of the end zone. Gains about half a yard on the play.
I'll tell you, the guy with the easiest job today, John, defensive coordinator for Salve Regina. As Teague gets stuffed once again, all he has to do is say, watch for Teague, follow him, and he's going to get the ball. I mean, even something like that. Should they have even taken a chance on a handoff? Why wouldn't you just sneak the ball or something and just... Wow. Think they'll snap it over his head like last night?
We did see last night Fitchburg High elect to take a safety rather than kick it away. We'll see what the Falcons do here. McDonald has the snap. The kick is away. Terrio backs up. He'll take this one in at about the 37. Ducks out of a tackle. Falcons want a flag. They're not going to get it. Terrio is still on his feet, and he is brought down at the 24-yard line. Real quick, Joe, on that return, we saw the Falcon coaches right next to us jump up and exclaim that there was a block in the back.
Yeah, they're still asking for a call, and let's see if we can see it right there. And, I mean, he definitely hits him in the back. I think they got a good case there of calling that, and that definitely would have changed field position here.
Certainly would have. That would have been 10 yards from the 34. So instead of the 44, the Seahawks will take over 1st and 10 at the Falcon 25. Wilkin takes the shotgun snap, handoff to Edwards straight up the middle. Gains about 4 before he's brought down. So we saw Kyrie Halliburton last drive. Richie Edwards is back in the backfield for Salve.
Here we go with the replay, and there you see right up the middle. Gains about 4 yards. Been doing it all day.
2nd down and 6 now for Salve Regina. Handoff goes to Edwards running to the left. He cuts up field. He's across the 20 and brought down at the 18-yard line. Give him about 3 more yards.
Here's a handoff. Once again, over the left side. Fitchburg brings him down just before 1st down, so another 3rd down where hopefully the Falcons will hold.
Falcon defense stiffening a bit. 3rd down and a long 3 for Salve Regina. High snap, handoff to Edwards up the middle. Not much there. Bouncing to the outside. He's being dragged down. They'll mark him down at the 14-yard line. That is good enough for a Salve Regina 1st down.
But there was a flag before he went down. I'm not sure what it was.
And as they come off, it looks as if Richie Edwards may be favoring his right arm. Something to keep an eye on as we await the penalty.
Oh, boy. Fitchburg not going to make it easy on themselves, are they?
A face mask against the Falcons, so even if Richie Edwards hadn't reached 1st down yardage, half the distance to the goal and an automatic 1st down, and it will be 1st and goal. Let's take a look at the replay.
Okay, there's a handoff to Edwards right there, and we'll see if we can see the face mask. I didn't see it when it was live. Still don't see it. Is Fitchburg unable to put him down? Did you see a face mask? I did not.
I did not.
Unless it wasn't the ball carrier. It could have been something else, I guess.
Handoff goes to Halliburton up the middle. There is nothing there for him.
Halliburton, the ball carrier.
Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It will be 2nd down and goal for Salve Regina. Take a look at the fullback in there for Salve Regina. That's Kerry Pfeiffer. He's a big guy. Halliburton, the ball carrier on 2nd and goal. Cuts to the near side. He's brought down deep in the backfield. Loss of about 5, and a flag comes in very late.
Can't see he was hurt there, John, but he made the tackle, and he finally gets up. That's 91 for the Falcons.
Jesus Moore, senior captain D lineman.
Let's hope the penalty is not against the Falcons.
Seahawks were overjoyed when the flag came in.
Oh, boy.
Another late hit.
Shooting themselves in the foot now.
So negate the loss by Halliburton and give the Seahawks another 1st and goal. Falcons are just shooting themselves in the foot every which way they can right now. Halliburton and Bonacore in the backfield. Bonacore is the ball carrier. He's across the 5, brought down still on his feet actually, finally brought down at about the 1. It will mark him just shy of the goal line.
And there you see it. There's a handoff over the right side. Nice hole to run through. And they have, the offensive line has done a nice job for Salve Regina today.
2nd and goal for Salve at the 3. Halliburton and Bonacore still in the backfield. Bonacore, the ball carrier, slips, dives forward, and he is in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
He didn't slip enough there, John.
Ring the cowbells, sound the foghorns. The Seahawks are rolling in this one.
Yeah, and here's the handoff. Falcons have no answer. There's a slip, but it meant nothing. He just regained his balance and plowed ahead and made it look easy. Big hole there for him, too. The offensive line is really doing a good job.
Snap down, kick up, may have been partially blocked, but it is good. So 1:22 to play here in the 3rd quarter, and the Seahawks once again enjoy a 3-touchdown lead. Score is 28-7.
Again, though, aided by penalties on Fitchburg State, a short field, and that's been the story of the day as far as the defense has had to contend with just not many yards for Salve Regina to go to get a score.
It's really tough, really, really, really tough if you're a defense to stop a team from scoring when they constantly have the ball on your side of the field. Bienemy and Vasquez set up deep to return the kick for the Falcons.
Return!
Clark's kick is away, taken in by Bienemy at about the 2. He's across the 15. Cuts back, and he is finally swarmed. Mark him down just outside the 15-yard line.
You know, we haven't mentioned Salve Regina. Their special teams has done a good job on kickoffs. They have actually caused a fumble one time, and they've kept Fitchburg State from even getting to the 20-yard line. They elected to run one out of the end zone, which didn't work. But the kicking of I don't even remember his name now. I believe it's Barrett. No, it's Clark. Excuse me. He's done a good job of pinning the Falcons deep in their own territory.
Let's go!
The Falcons have had their backs to the wall for much of this one, and they haven't done a lot from there.
I'm going to take a chance. Think Teague over the right side.
I think Teague up the middle. Teague is the tailback. Back to pass is Lopez. He will keep it himself now across the 20 and brought down at the 24-yard line. Good gain, about 8 yards for him.
All right, we got to keep this up, John. See, this is what's helping. Yeah, you see the replay. I even think he didn't look downfield too long. I mean, he looks like he is looking to pass, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was going to take off right away.
They give Lopez about 9, so call it 2nd down and 1 for the Falcons at the 25, and they will go shotgun. The snap is fumbled. Lopez just falls on it. Looked like the play was designed to be a handoff to Teague up the middle. Lopez couldn't get a handle of the snap, and all of that yardage they gained on 1st down, they just gave back.
I guess the shotgun meant they were going to shoot themselves in the foot. Is that, boy.
That's one way to look at it.
Yeah. Here we see the replay. He takes his eye off the ball before it gets to him. Teague tried to grab it, as happened with Salve Regina, but he couldn't, and Lopez just falls on it. Smart to just cover up and say, hey, take the loss as the 3rd period ends.
That will bring an end to what was a very bad 3rd quarter if you are a Falcon supporter. 28-7 Salve Regina with just 15 minutes to play in this one.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't think it's just the 3rd quarter, unfortunately. Fitchburg is just haven't been able to do anything on offense. But again, though, it's kind of to be honest with you, and I know we're supposed to be home teamers, but it's kind of a boring offense. It's just Teague, stuff, and it's not working, and you got to wonder why they keep it up. I don't know. It's kind of strange. I don't know how much Bob Booth is hurting being out, how much that's hurting their defense. I don't think the defense has played that poorly, though. I mean, they bent a little bit and then broken a couple of times, but again, it's a short field that's really hurt them. Special teams, they at least blocked a punt, and got the touchdown. That's the only way they scored so far. So still got a quarter to go. Let's see if they can do anything at least to go out on a positive note, if nothing else.
Yeah, I honestly expected a lot more aggression from the Falcon offense after the solid performance last week against Curry. And don't get me wrong, it was by no means a dynamic, varied offense last week. But they were mixing it up at least a little bit between the run and the pass. And I expected to see more of that this week. But instead, they've gone in the opposite direction.
Right, they haven't even run. Sometimes they run the ball when it's an obvious passing down.
It is an obvious passing down here. 3rd down and 9 for the Falcons from their own 18. Lopez back to pass. He is in trouble immediately. Brought down deep in the backfield. They will mark him at about the 5-yard line. Loss of 10 on the sack.
He had no chance on that play. I think that's Hannon that made the tackle, number 6. You see him coming up the middle here. And Lopez avoids the first defender, but he can't get away from Hannon. He just wraps him up and puts him down.
Hannon and Conroy leading the assault. It was Hannon that made the sack. McDonald once again will punt from his end zone. Kick is away. Terrio will let this one bounce. It does so at the 40 and takes a Fitchburg roll. So decent field position, but not great. This ball is dead at the Seahawk 37-yard line. That's about a 53-yard punt.
Yeah, that's probably one of the pluses for Fitchburg the last couple of weeks has been Brian McDonald's punting. He's done a good job. We've mentioned several times, and we mentioned it last week, what a good job he did pinning, in that case, Curry inside the 10, and now he got the Falcons so that they're making the Seahawks start on their own side of the field for a change.
Seahawks will come out likely looking just to wind down the remaining 14 minutes in this one. Halliburton is the tailback. Wilkin back to pass, however. Now he'll take it himself. Not much space there, still on his feet. He will throw to the right. That pass is high and incomplete, just off the hands of Jayon Ruffin.
So Wilkins, he can really run around and avoid tackles.
He is an evasive fella, I tell you what.
It's like a Fran Tarkington. Here he is. You'll see him. He's dropping back here. He's looking downfield. Can't find anybody. Avoids the rush right there. Says, I'll try carrying it up. Can't go there. Oh, I'll come back. Still avoids the same guy. And finally gets the ball away.
And really good awareness as well by Wilkin. He had made the decision to run, but was cognizant of the fact that he was still behind the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Back to live action on this one. It's a handoff. Not much there. Gain of about 2, so call it 3rd down and 8 for the Seahawks.
And here you go again, right up there and wrapped up at the line after a couple of yards. Fitchburg, good job on defense there.
I've said the Seahawks so many times, I almost said 3rd down and 8 for Seattle. That would have been wrong. 3rd down and 8 for Salve Regina. Halliburton will stay with Wilkin in the backfield. Back to passes Wilkin, and whistles kill the play. Looks like there may have been illegal motion before the snap. So a false start on Salve Regina will turn 3rd and 8 into 3rd and 13. Falcons will bring on an extra defensive back as James Virat heads to the sidelines.
Let's go, D!
Seahawks have 3 receivers and a tight end on the near side. Halliburton in the backfield with Wilkin. Back to passes Wilkin. Quick screen to Halliburton is complete. Excuse me, that's Bonacor on the reception. He's out to the 40-yard line, gain of about 6. Not nearly a first down, however.
Well, good job there by Jim Caporale to get him from behind as we see the replay. Here's Wilkin dropping back. Gets the pass off, and you'll see 44 come from behind and avoid the blocker and wrap him up and put him down.
The screen developed nicely, but good work on the backside pursuit by the Fitchburg defenders. Looks like Luis Cruz set up deep to return the punt. Good snap. Barrett's kick is away. Bounces at about the 32. And Cruz will just let this one roll deep into his own territory. It will come to a stop at about the Fitchburg 13-yard line.
Well, Fitchburg almost gets to the kicker, but can't quite do it. Nice kick there by Barrett.
So once again, the Falcon offense are set up deep in their own territory, looking to get some points on the board. A little bit of a positive ending to this one. I think coming back from 21 points down is probably out of the question.
I think if they don't change some of the offense, I think you might be right. I don't think I want to bet with you on this one, but I mean, it just seems to me it's kind of boring, to be honest with you. I don't know. And they're not stretching the field at all. They content to just run up the middle and get stuffed.
See the Falcon defensive coaches rallying their troops back to live action here. Lopez will keep it himself. He's running to the near side, in trouble in the backfield and brought down at the 9. Loss of about 4 on the play. So, Joe, the Falcons are trying different things. They're just not working.
Yeah, but this is a design run by the quarterback. I mean, it's not like there's a hand to the face it could have been. But, I mean, to me, it's not a heck of a lot of difference in what they've been doing all day, which hasn't worked.
They do call it a loss of 4 for Lopez.
You already have
Second down and 14. Anthony Brooks checks in as an extra receiver for the Falcons as Junior Lewis Saint heads to the sidelines. Brooks will set up in the far slot. And it's a handoff to Stephon Teague up the middle. Teague is back to the initial line of scrimmage, maybe a bit more than that. Call it a gain of 5, which will bring up 3rd and 9.
And here we see the same play. I mean, is this the first play of the game or is this the last one? You can't really tell. That's the same thing over and over. And I said second period, I believe it was, John, I thought at least they ran the ball better when they had a lead blocker for Teague, but now they're back to the one-back offense, and I don't see how they think it's working.
Single back once again, 3 wide receivers. 3rd down and 9. Lopez in trouble immediately. He's back, looks to carry it himself now. He will dump it off out of bounds. Incomplete. Looked like that may have been intended for Jordan Burris.
He's just lucky to get the ball away there. I mean, he was being chased the minute he got the ball, which you expect, as it was a obvious passing down.
So 3 and out go the Falcons once again, and once again Brian McDonald will set up in his end zone to kick this one away to Phil Terrio.
The Seahawks should get good field position once again.
Good snap. McDonald's kick is away. Terrio will take it in at his own 39, and he is hit immediately. Breaks a tackle, however. Still on his feet, although he's going backwards. And he is finally brought down, and a flag comes in. Terrio took that in at the 39. He danced backwards to about the 35, but we will check the flag.
I believe they said face mask, and here we see the replay. Could have had him right there, should have had him right there, actually. Breaks the tackle. Stiff arm there. Sheds him off like a drop of water. And he goes to the left, and finally they're able to wrap him up right there. I didn't see the face mask.
I think they are going to get Brian Wallace for a face mask. As he was initially making the hit on Terrio, his right hand came up and grabbed the face mask.
But that was a late flag then.
They march off 15 yards, so 1st and 10 Seahawks on the Falcon 49. Looks like that's Halliburton in the backfield with Wilkin. Wilkin back to pass, throws to the left. Pass is complete and finally wrapped up out of bounds. First time today we've called Paul Panarelli's name, I believe. Gain of about 9 for Panarelli. Take a look at the replay.
They see, looked like he stepped out of bounds right there, but yeah, I believe that's where they marked it.
They give Panarelli 9, so 2nd down and 1 for the Seahawks. Quick pass to Bonacore is complete. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now that was a nice play by the Fitchburg State defense. That's number 51, Patrick Doherty. Very nice job. He sheds the blocker off and able to hold on and bring him down. Nice job.
So a good defensive play by Doherty. It's a two-yard loss, easy for me to say. 3rd down and 3 now for the Seahawks. Looks like they will have Halliburton and Bonacore in the backfield. Our friend the Bee is back.
Yeah.
Play action fake. Wilkin rolls to his left, throws, passes tipped but complete to Bonacore. Brought down immediately right at the 40-yard line. Looks like he'll be just short of a 1st down.
Yeah, and here you see the fake handoff, little play action. Shoots it off to the left. And one thing Fitchburg does right here, they bring the ball carrier down when they initially hit him, and they haven't been doing that today. They've been missing on the initial hit, so that's good to see.
4th and 1 from the 40, and Salve Regina will kick it away.
I thought they'd go for it, to be honest with you.
I would go for it here. I mean, they've been running the ball fairly effectively. Just stand it right up the middle. But they will kick it away, or at least look like it. Barrett's kick is away. Fair catch called for immediately and made at the 13 by Tevin Bieniemy. So the Falcon offense will take the field once again, trailing by 21 with 8:44 to play in the 4th quarter.
Again, they're buried deep in their own territory, so they do have a lot of work to do here.
Again, we want to remind you folks, next week a noontime kickoff, earlier than we have been, a 12 o'clock kickoff, the Falcons hosting Maine Maritime. And I do remember the last time Maine Maritime came to Fitchburg State, they were heavily favored and they got their butts handed to them.
Yeah, I think we did that game, right?
That was a heck of a game.
Were they losing? Is that the game they came back at the end?
Yep. That was, I loved that game. That was my favorite game. Handoff to Teague, goes up the middle. He's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Be nice if that could happen today, huh?
Unlikely,
yeah,
but it would
I
be
think
nice.
So. Yep, as we see the replay and same old, is that?
They give Teague about half a yard, so call it 2nd down and 9 for the Falcons. They're at the 15 and they need to get to their own 24. Lopez will go from the shotgun. He has Teague behind him. Back to passes. Lopez looking to his left. He is hit. The ball comes loose. Seahawks have it, pick it up, and touchdown, Salve Regina.
No, they're waving off the touchdown, and they're saying he was down or what?
They're saying
arm in motion.
Incomplete pass. I see.
Arm is in motion.
Guys in the truck, can we please have a replay of that one?
Because he was ready to throw the ball, and all of a sudden, boom. Watch him. He actually gets his arm moving forward. I believe you'll see it here. It's close, but I mean, he wasn't in the motion of throwing. No, I think it's a good call.
I think Lopez's arm was cocked, but he had not yet brought it forward when that ball was knocked loose.
Yeah, but we're on the wrong side to see that. I mean, we are, because we can't. He's a right-hander, so we really can't tell if it was actually going forward or not. So I don't think it was a bad call.
Break for the Falcons, 3rd down and 9. Lopez back to pass again, looking to his left, pass is complete to Spencer. He's across the 25 to the, he's across the 15 to the 20 and brought down at the 22-yard line. Looks like he'll be just shy of a 1st down.
There's the replay, and there's something different. Little cross in the middle there, and Spencer gets it on a nice catch and then able to get the yardage, and I would think they're going for it, right?
I would disagree. They're bringing on the punt team.
Oh, come on. Boy, they have no confidence in this offense, do they? If nothing else, at least try to draw Salve offside. Do something different. I mean,
Falcon punt team is on the field, 4th and 1 from their own 24. And whistles kill the play before the snap. Looks like we're going to have delay of game. Salve Regina had their normal defense on the field. I think they were cognizant of the fact that Brian McDonald used to be a quarterback. They could have maybe tried a fake there. But now on 4th and 6, they're just going to kick it away.
I think with 1 yard to go, I don't know if I'd try a fake. He's way back there.
McDonald's kick is away. It's a high kick, very short. Bounces at the 45 and does take a Falcon roll. So it will be down at just about midfield, maybe just on the Seahawks side. So about a 32-yard punt for Brian McDonald, and the Seahawks will take over. 1st and 10 at midfield with 6:46 to play in this one.
Again, good field position for the Seahawks. Especially considering, would they try a 50-yarder last week, you said? So they don't need a lot of yards, so at least attempt a field goal.
They certainly don't, although leading by 3 touchdowns, I don't think they're going to bring in the kicking unit for anything other than another extra point here.
Right.
1st and 10 Seahawks from midfield. Halliburton is the tailback, and he gets the carry. Straight up the middle, good hole there. He's to the 45 before being brought down after a gain of about 5 yards.
Nice job by the offensive line for the Seahawks on that play. You see the replay, there's a handoff to Halliburton. Straight ahead, power football, and Falcons don't get to him until he's gained about 5 yards, and they finally have some contact with him.
2nd and 5 now for the Seahawks. Handoff to Halliburton up the middle once again. Not as much there. Gains a couple. The ball is loose, and it is fallen on by Fitchburg State.
Yep, they're going to call it a fumble. Well, let's see if that gets the offense going.
Jesus Moore with the recovery. Let's take a look at the replay.
There you see the ball on the ground, the right side of your screen, and they pounce on it.
We couldn't see what knocked it loose, but we could definitely see Moore's alert reaction. So the Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 41. This might be the best field position they've had in the entire second half.
Yeah, if it isn't, it's got to be one of the best. You're right. I mean, I'd like to see him just do something to get out of this game with a positive note, because they don't have much to cheer about today.
I formation behind Lopez. Stefan Teague is the tailback. Lewis Saint the fullback. Lopez back to pass, looking to his right. Pass is complete. Brought in at about midfield by Jordan Burris. Very close to 1st down yardage.
Here you see the replay, and there's the pass off to the right. One thing I like about this is that they have another back in there to protect Lopez and give him a little more time to throw the ball, which they haven't been doing today.
They give Burris about 9 yards, so it will be 2nd and 1 from midfield. Burris and Spencer, the receivers on the near side. I formation once again behind Lopez. Lopez back to pass, under pressure, throws to his left. Pass is tipped and incomplete, just out of the reach of a Seahawk defender.
Didn't think that was ever going to get to the ground. It looked like number 8 for Salve Regina. That's Phil Terrio, I believe it was. Looked like he was going to catch it. Let's see the replay here. Okay, there's a pass, and I don't know if we'll see it here, but
that ball was in and out of the hands of Ryan Mannion, and then very nearly intercepted on the tip by Matt Conroy. Falcons are lucky to still be in possession, 3rd down and 1. Handoff goes to Teague, the lone back. He is hit in the backfield, dives forward, but he will lose a yard. So 4th and 2 now for Fitchburg State.
I don't know, same play, same result. Teague can't bounce off anybody there. He's got 2 defenders wrapping him up there.
4th and 2 for Fitchburg State. They will go for it.
Got nothing to lose here.
Anthony Paternoster checks in. Junior Lewis Saint heads to the sidelines. Burris and Spencer set up on the far side. Lopez back to pass. Quick pass falls at the feet of the receiver.
Wow.
It is Salve's ball regardless.
He might have intercepted that. I mean, he came up with the ball. I couldn't tell it if he picked it up in the air or if it bounced and he picked it up. As we see the replay, shoots it off to the right side. And let's see if he's got the ball. And now somehow Salve Regina comes up with it. He takes it right out of his hands, I believe.
It basically looks like that's what happened. He took it just right out of the hands. A very good play there by Greg Sweeney.
Yeah, he's got it.
So 1st and 10 Seahawks from the Falcon 45. Handoff goes to Halliburton running up the middle. Excuse me, that's Bonacor on the carry. The Seahawks have so many running backs, it's hard to know exactly who has the ball.
And they're all pretty good. They're all on the offensive line again is just making some nice holes. And Fitchburg's not getting into them until they're 2 or 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. Great job by the offensive line.
Bonacor is the halfback with Matt Lena, the fullback now. Wilkin pump fakes, looking to his left. He's going to throw long, wide open, and brought down finally at the 10-yard line is Matt Trainer.
And Salve Regina wants a little more as we see the replay. There's a fake. And now he goes long downfield, something Fitchburg hasn't done very often today. Wide open, as you said. Is that Bienemy taking him out of bounds finally inside the 10?
The old pump and go worked to perfection there. 1st and goal, Salve Regina. Handoff goes to Bonacor. He's to the 5 and brought down there.
Okay, here you see it again. Bonacor takes the handoff. Look at the big hole he's got to go through. Fitchburg doesn't touch him until he's 2 yards into their backfield.
Good work by Alcala to bring down Bonacor. 2nd down and goal now, Seahawks. Ball spotted just outside the Falcon 5. Bonacor on the carry, running to his left once again. Breaks a tackle. Flag goes down. And Bonacor's run out of bounds.
Okay, here you'll see it again off the left side. Once again, Fitchburg State unable to make the initial tackle. The face mask right there, it looked like, didn't it?
Looks like they may get Tyree Osby for a face mask, yes. And face mask is the call, so half the distance to the goal, but more importantly, a fresh set of downs, 1st and goal once again for Salve Regina.
Unfortunately, in the second half, Fitchburg State has been getting a lot of penalties and hurting themselves. Something we said that the Seahawks were doing in the first half. Now Fitchburg State has taken over.
Handoff goes to Bonacor, straight up the middle. He's at the line of scrimmage, might have gained a little bit. Short of the goal line, however. Salve Regina looking to get one more touchdown as we duck under 3 minutes to play in this one.
Here you see the handoff. Bonacor again gets a couple of yards. He's still pushing away, trying to gain some yardage.
2nd down and goal now for Salve Regina. Bonacor still in there as the tailback. Wilkin will keep it himself. He is very close to the goal line, and he is in. Touchdown, Seahawks. So Stephen Wilkin with the touchdown carry. Give him 3 yards on that one.
And here you see him. He's going to just cut it upfield and gets a couple of yards he needed. I guess they figured you've earned it today, so let's let you carry the ball in.
Good hard running by Wilkin. He was wrapped up by Alcala, but was able to fall forward for the touchdown. Our friend the Bee is not being very friendly right now.
It's not bothering me at all.
Oh,
if
the
extra point.
The people at home could see the look I just gave you.
Oh, really? Yeah. He missed the extra point. You missed missing the extra point.
I did. Extra point is no good, so it is 34-7 with 2.5 minutes to play in this one.
Well, I think, you know how you said Wilkin was able to drive in, and I think that's been a big problem on defense for the Falcons is the initial hit. They're not bringing the guy down. I think defense, they have to be, one thing on defense they have to be disappointed with is not making the initial hit and bringing the guy down, letting him bounce off him, gain extra yardage. That's happened all day.
You see Coach Haverty, he is just barking into the field judge's ear.
I think he's actually yelling and screaming now. He looks like Valentine, doesn't he?
Oh, please don't make me think about Bobby Valentine.
Oh, I meant Valentine's Day. He had his arm around him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Low kickoff bounces at the 20. It did touch a Falcon. That's a live ball in the end zone. Note they will call it a touchback.
Did he get lucky?
Ooh.
That's a horrible call, I think.
I really thought that Vasquez got a hand on that
did.
one.
I bet my house that he did. I want to move anyway, so don't count that as anything.
So I can't bet mine.
I could have sworn he got his hand on it. It looked like he directed the ball, went a different way.
They do call it a touchback, so 1st and 10 Falcons at the 20-yard line. Bit of a break there for Fitchburg State, I would say.
Yeah, because
and they could use one.
And he looked like he stopped running, and that would have been a live ball, as you said. That would have been a touchback if they came down and touched him.
Would have been a safety.
A safety, I mean, yeah. What am I saying?
Stephon Teague, the single back behind Lopez on 1st and 10 for Fitchburg State. He gets the carry running to the right, and there's nothing there for him.
Holy moly. I cannot believe they're still doing the same thing over and over.
I don't know what to tell you, Joe. I just called the plays.
I mean, are you surprised at this? I'm just shocked.
Yeah,
I mean, it's...
surprised is one word for it. It's... Yes.
And I mean,
let's go with surprise.
At least put another back there to help block. I mean, because they just swarmed all over him. He lost the yard. That's been happening all day. It's not going to change.
Brian Wallace checks in as an extra receiver here on 2nd down and 11. Teague once again the single back behind Lopez. Lopez back to pass, looking long to the right. He has burst, but the pass is incomplete, overthrown. Looks like Brandon Deasy on the Seahawks sideline wanted credit for the interception there. That's not how the game works, son.
Yeah. Well, at least it was completed that way. Right?
Yeah. That's true.
Well, one of the few times they've tried to stretch the field, it didn't work, but at least they tried something different.
Third down and 11 for Fitchburg State. Ball's just inside their own 20. They need to get to the 30. Wallace comes in motion to the near side. High snap, but he gets it down. Handoff to Teague running to the near side, and he is swarmed in the backfield. No, still on his feet. Great running there by Stephon Teague. He's out close to 1st down yardage.
Yeah, very nice run by Teague. One thing we'll say as we see the replay is he does not quit when he's got the ball. You'll see him. It looks like he's going to be dragged down right about here. He just breaks that tackle. Look at that. I don't know, his knee didn't touch, but anyway.
I don't know, his knee didn't break.
Yeah, nice run. Really
excellent running by Stephon Teague, and it is good enough for a Fitchburg 1st down. Lopez will go from the shotgun. He has Teague behind him. It's a handoff to Stephon Teague. Nothing there. He bounces to the outside, and he is hit at about the 36-yard line.
Stephon Teague. Gain of about 3.
So Teague picks up 3, 2nd down and 7 now for Fitchburg State. Let's take a look at the replay.
Do I have to say anything, or do we know? There
it's a handoff to Teague.
Yeah. Actually, he bounces this one outside. Nice run there by Teague, and I mean, he's still trying. As the offensive line is, I don't want to say they're not. But
no, we're certainly not trying to slam the effort or anything like that.
No, definitely not.
I formation behind Lopez here on 2nd down and 5. Handoff goes to Teague running to the right side. He's got blockers in front of him. He's across the 45 and run out of bounds near midfield. Slammed down on the Seahawks sideline, and a flag comes in.
He was out when second Salve Regina member took him further out. Here's the replay. You'll see guess what? Handoff to Teague over to the right side. And you'll see him be out of bounds, and then we'll see, I believe it's number 80. Come in. No, maybe it's 39. Sorry. Get him right there.
They will march off 15 yards after the already impressive run by Teague. So the Falcons will be set up 1st and 10 at the Seahawk 35 as they look to get a score at the end of this one. Stefan Teague will head to the sideline. Looks like Luis Feliz is in as the tailback.
I think a score here would go a long way towards next week's game.
Salve 35.
I formation behind Lopez once again. Handoff goes to Feliz running up the middle. He's breaking tackles. He's across near the 30, brought down at the 31 after a gain of about 4. Falcons electing not to use their timeouts. They're going to let the clock run out here.
Yep, and we see again, Feliz gets about 4 yards on that carry.
And that will do it. A disappointing showing, to say the least. The final score from this one, Salve Regina 34 and the Fitchburg Falcons 7.
Well, kind of a disappointing game, John, as we've said the whole game. Hopefully they'll have a bounce-back game next week against Maine Maritime. But if there were any positives today, again, it's Teague's running was just as good as it was last week in some ways. But kind of a disappointing game, and offense really didn't do or try anything.
Salve Regina was favored, and they showed why. Next week, Maine Maritime comes in again. That is a noontime kickoff. 12 o'clock kick, Maine Maritime against Fitchburg State here at Elliott Field. For Joe Tredello, I'm John Gugerty, and on behalf of the entire FATV crew, thank you so much for watching this one. We will see you next week.
Can you get a pair of crutches out of the bag? Yes.